I'm working with a founder who realized that she needed to go from B2C to B2B, which absolutely.
Okay. So, um, I love Latoya. I follow Latoya. And I went to Latoya and asked her if it was okay for me to stitch this before I got started. Here are the things. She says, it's better to be B2B rather than B2C. Now, the thing is that we don't actually know if it's better because we don't know what the product is. So here are the things that I would ask as somebody who comes from marketing and sales and 25 years in startups on the business side. What I would do in order to find out if it makes sense to move over from B2C to B2B. First of all, I need to know what the product is. Then I need to know the price point. Is it something that's going to be sold on a website? Is it like a SaaS product? Who are you aiming for? How did you aim for them previously? What worked? What didn't? Why did you decide to move over to B2B? What makes you think B2B is going to be easier to get? All of these questions. There is so much information that we need to have to be able to decide if the business case is there for the crossover. Were you able to get any traction on the B2C side? Why do you think you weren't if you weren't able to? What makes you think it's going to be easier, better, or any which way on the B2B side? It's not a matter of is one a more interesting audience than the other? It is what is the most appropriate audience that it actually has a pain point that your product solves. So when Latoya gave her answer, she gave it from a very engineering point of view as somebody who has sold to engineers for decades and worked with engineers for decades, and was in tech when originally it was the engineer building a product that they wanted to build rather than engineering decide to build something that somebody else wants. It's a very engineering point of view to go, well, this is what I really like, so that's what I want to be going after. And that's not shade. This is just, engineers want to be engineering, and they want to be engineering on interesting things that they like to engineer. So that's what she does. This is what she likes. That's what she wants to go. This makes total sense, right? But that doesn't mean that the business case is there. And there needs to be the business case to decide. And of course, there's not enough information in the video that she gave. And I did check with her before posting this one. And she's an incredible engineer. So there's no doubt on any of those things. And if you're not following her, you should. But we need the business case. I can't say if it makes sense or it doesn't make sense without knowing price point, audience, TAM, how are you going after them? PLG, ABM. PLG is product-led growth. ABM is account-based marketing. PLG is when you're basically having somebody come in through a website and buy from a website. So that'd be mainly ads and other ways in order to do inbound to bring them in. And account-based marketing is mainly relationship-driven. So that is ads and inbound along with events. It is actually quite expensive at the end of the day and time consuming. But then on the other hand, you have a high value sale, which usually starts anywhere between 50 to 100K and can go up to well over $1 million. That is the point of it. It is a large contract and it is relationship driven because nobody's going to spend $1 million just by going into your website and signing up. Okay. That's not where those contracts go. You're dealing with an enterprise. They have to make sure that you are SOC 2 compliant and everything else. Security needs to go through, procurement, logistics. So it's a totally different sale. It's a totally different process. So there are so many questions left. Like, okay, who are you selling to? I don't know, so I can't answer the question.